Summit Fun, where they have to move aircraft around to get them out to the runway so they can do demo flying. This is one of the slicker ways to do that. A little vehicle where the nose wheel goes right in a carriage and they can easily move it out. A one-man operation, assuming there's not a lot of wind blowing on the wing, I presume. What a neat little extra rig. This isn't the aircraft, but what a fun way to get your aircraft around the airport or around Summit Fun. I'm Dan Johnson. We're going to go back here and talk with Larry Mednick of Evolution Trikes about some changes you've made to this handsome line of Revo aircraft that you know we've admired in other videos. You got a couple of things I'd like you to tell us about here. One is some new instrumentation, and then I want to talk about the IS engine too. So,
sure, great.
What do you got here, Larry?
Well, first off, I'd like to say we're super happy to be here, Sun and Fun 2014, and we're celebrating our 5-year anniversary where we unveiled the Revo for the first time back in '09.
Congratulations.
We've had over 50 little innovations. One of the things that we're really enjoying is our new iDash, as we call it. And we call it an iDash because it's large enough to encompass an iPad mini. We've built our own iPad holder with the custom Revo vent. I didn't find an iPad holder that actually was secure enough to ensure with the pilot's life that it's not going to dismount and go through the propeller. So this is a secure unit, and we use it with the Extreme, and now this is certainly...
this is from MGL then?
This is the MGL Extreme, absolutely.
Okay,
it's a
They're
nice,
one of our great instrument manufacturer suppliers in the United States. So
very easy to use, very simple, bright in the sun. We also have incorporated easier to reach switches down here. We have push to talk if you don't want to use the auxiliary that normally goes on the control bar. We also have our slow and fast trim we've always had, but it was really out of reach up here before. And this is new. This is our in-flight electric roll trim. So if you have a little bit of a turn, just like some of the high-end fixed-wing aircraft, we can also tune out a turn with the flip of the button.
Now, how does that roll trim work, Larry? What is it actually doing when you flip that switch?
Well, for most airplane guys, they'll look at it and see it's nothing more than a rudder trim tab. But a rudder trim tab on a trike shifts the keel, shifts the billow, and acts and roll.
Okay, when you're talking about billow, there's a slight humping to the wing on each side. Almost hard to see on here, but it's actually happening. And when one side loads up and the other side flattens out, you get a little difference in the shape of the wing, don't you?
Correct, and that difference in shape can yield us on our beginner wing 75 degrees of roll rate per second, and our advanced wings are over 90 degrees per second of roll.
Wow. Hey, a lot of people look at these and kind of go, gee, I don't know, you shift your weight, that looks like that'd be slow or laggy or something like that. When you fly the airplane, it's obvious that's not the case, but...
Our wings are very sensitive, and I tell my students, if I see your hands move more than an inch, you've done too much.
So it's not a matter of throwing your weight around on here. This is not a Olympic exercise. It's just about like using a joystick, except that it's not shaped like a joystick.
Yeah.
We're back in the back end, the business end of the Revo Trike now, and you have the new 912 IS engine. How long have you been working with this, Larry?
I think we've been building for about a year. We just took our 8th order for a 912 IS, and our customers love it. The fuel burn's awesome, no more sinking the carburetor, and I'm super excited to find out that now the IS Sport is available, and I believe it's going to outperform the ULS now.
Well, you've always been a performance-oriented trike manufacturer. That's clear from a lot of the wonderful videos that you've produced showing you flying the aircraft. And that Sport engine, the 912 IS Sport, gives you more torque, is the thing they're saying, with a slight change to the gearbox, to the air intake box.
And the gearbox as well.
And the gearbox as well, right, to handle the load that extra torque will produce. You can go back and retrofit this engine with the new parts, can't you?
That's correct. In fact, I understand they're going to be supplying all of the parts to anybody that purchased a 912 IS to upgrade it to the new Sport. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, so you got to pay for your own labor cost on it, because that can vary by every aircraft. They can't know that, but they're going to give you all the parts, a few $100 worth of parts for free, just to say, here's the best stuff from one of our good, reliable producers, and you're going to be able to make use of some more torque, aren't you?
Yeah, right now with full fast trim, with full gross weight, we are not able to maintain altitude, which is happening around 108 miles an hour.
Okay.
And we're hoping to get that up. 112 will put us in the fastest weight shift control in the world league.
There was a time, not many years ago, when people said, you can't do that in a trike. It's just not possible. If you make the wing that way, you'll never be able to control it. You've obviously proven them wrong.
Yeah, one of the other things also is our new wing is an 1,160-pound gross, so we've upped the gross weight of the Revo 100 pounds.
Wow.
So the additional horsepower is really going to be a great thing to have.
Well, that's a great thing. You said you had some more panels you'd like to show.
Let's take a
Let's
look.
have a look. All right, we changed Revo. You got a whole bunch of Revo Trikes here at Sun and Fun.
We brought 8 to the show.
8 to the show here.
And 2 back at home.
You are local, so you have a little advantage. You're located in Zephyr Hills, is that correct?
Yeah, about 20 miles north of here.
All right.
Also, yeah.
So folks that don't know where Zephyr Hills at, you know, Tampa probably a few miles to the northeast from Tampa, and you're at a very popular skydiving airport, but more importantly for us, a place where the home of Evolution Trikes is. Larry, what do you got here in the panel? This looks different than what I've seen before, except that it looks like another MGL product, is it?
Absolutely. We're 100% sold on the MGL stuff. Really love this panel. It's a touch screen. It also has an artificial horizon in it, which is super cool to fly with. It has synthetic vision, so when you leave the runway, you're actually seeing the ground leave and the runway leave away. I'm just adjusting the barometric pressure here to make it climb artificially. I have if you want to go to this airport, you just press on that airport like so, set as go-to, and it's just never been easier.
Wow.
We have a couple other different gauges with large analog style gauges on there, full screen of the GPS, and even little synthetic analogs in there. So really fun gauge, really useful.
Which model is this, Larry?
This is the Explorer.
The Explorer. Now, I want to say something on behalf of MGL. They had touchscreen, and now Garmin and Dynon have jumped into the game, but these guys had it at least a couple of years ago, maybe longer than that.
Yeah, we've been wanting to use it. It's so cool, but we just couldn't get it on our.
You just couldn't sandwich it in there, huh?
No, and now.
So this has the same eye panel that you talked about before,
Correct.
which now has, as you described it, the real estate to be able to install this
Absolutely.
handsome piece of equipment.
Yep.
Well, that's great. We want to kudos to the folks at MGL for doing that. And also another thing that the other guys have copied is that little six-pack image that you showed us. Because a bunch of us who learned how to fly with all analog instruments kind of looked at these and went, wow, I don't even know where airspeed is or where altitude is. That's a nice way to make the transition. MGL had it, I think, the earliest of anyone that I know.
Yeah, really love their products.
Good stuff. Well, a lot of nice things here from Evolution Trikes. You are a never-ending development company.
As we say.
Yeah, and so the name of the company is very appropriate.
I'm not really sure of that.
All right, so a lot of great information, Larry. Thanks so much for all of that. By the way, congratulations again on the 5-year anniversary of Evolution Trikes. You gave us a lot, but there's always more people want. Where do they go on the web to find you?
It's evolutiontrikes.com.
All right, excellent. More information on Revo Trikes, lots more videos, and all kinds of information about many aircraft in the light aircraft space. Find that on bydanjohnson.com or bydanjohnson.com. Thanks so much for joining Larry Midnick and me here at Sun and Fun.